One of our goals for this year was to increase the security in our home, and we are taking that very seriously. Today we have CoolVu out here installing window film. This film makes our windows much more resistant to breakage, and if they do break, it holds that glass in place. Also, it increases our privacy, and for the engineer, it's also increasing our energy efficiency. So it's a win all the way around. Join us on this journey. Hey, Provident Preppers, I'm Jonathan, and today is a great day for us because CoolVu is out here installing window film on our windows. This has been one of our goals to get done, and now we're getting there. We made a decision to do this for several reasons, the first of which obviously is intrusion. It makes it a lot harder for someone to get in, and hopefully, even if that window does get broken, it's going to hold that glass in place. First of all, to keep it from being a projectile, and also to just keep integrity in that window so that we don't have open air. We also love the privacy that it offers us, and there's an energy efficient component of this that will also be a great benefit to us as it's reflecting a lot of that summer sun away, and it also adds a little bit of insulative value. So this is just a really good thing that we have wanted to do, and we are excited to get it done now. For starters, I want to introduce you to Nissa. She is the owner of CoolVu Salt Lake, and she has been so awesome to work with. We've had a lot of fun figuring out what we need, what we want, and she's done a great job of showing all our options. So let me just say, the best kind of security, in my opinion, is layers of security. That can include lighting, it can include cameras, alarms, window film, a whole variety of things. And this is one important layer that we wanted to add to our home security. Tell us about what other options CoolVu has available.
So CoolVu offers a full line of window and surface solutions. So we do everything from printed wallpapers to those type of things. But really today we're here to talk about glass security. And we also have solar films, we have decorative films, privacy films, everything under the sun. But when we start to talk about glass security, your glass is actually your most vulnerable point in your home. And it is very easy to break a glass window and gain access quickly. And so when you start to talk about layers of security, I like to think of it as the rings of security. And that outside ring of your home, we want to harden that. You want to be able to assess the threat at a greater distance. And security film helps allow you to do that. And it delays entry into your home. Now, it is not ballistic rated. It is a delay entry tactic, but it can allow you 60 to 90 seconds to be able to call for help, find a hiding place. And so it's very important to protect your glass in your home.
So what are the other options? I mean, yeah, we are not doing bulletproof treatments here. We're talking about just slowing the process down, the crime process, if you will. But you do have other things. Show us some of the other cool stuff that you have.
So I brought out this hammer today because I wanted to show, this is a polycarbonate forced entry shield. This is produced by Defense Light, who we partner with for this product. Now, this Defense Light product is a commercial only application, but you can take a hammer to this and not get through this. So this is a forced entry shield to help prevent smash and grab and to protect your business or a commercial building. Now, we move all the way up into ballistic rated. Now, just to show you the difference, if you were to take this piece of security film and you put it next to a ballistic shield, you can see the difference between those two. This is a ballistic catch system, so this catches bullets. This is rated for a 44 mag, and so that is something that we offer in a commercial setting, but it's not something that we install in a residential setting.
So let's talk a little bit about what we chose for our home. And there is a whole range of qualities and thicknesses. Yep. Tell us a little bit about that, because I know there are people out there who are installing window films, but they're not to a standard that is really going to be effective. Tell us a little bit about kind of the residential level that is effective.
The first thing I would recommend checking out is whether the company that you want to work with is a member of the International Window Film Association. If they're not, you may want to stop and ask the question, why not? The companies that are members of the IWFA are held to a certain standard. The IWFA helps to regulate claims that are made about security films. They help regulate what type of installation process that the member companies are using and what the standards are for that install. And so it's a really great question to know. And all of our CoolVu franchisees are members of the International Window Film Association. The next thing is when you take a look at these types of two films here, I brought out a thicker film. This is a 16 mil versus an 8 mil. You can see the difference in this. As you go to a thicker film, it is harder to tear the film. It's harder to break through the film, but it also comes at a higher price tag. And so a standard home security installation is our 8 mil film. That is the most popular in a residential setting. Now, for your home, what we chose to do is to do an 8 mil exterior on all of the windows. And then we wanted to come in and do an additional layer of security around your most vulnerable points, which are your doors and your side lights. And so we are going to bring in a 7 mil exterior film on the outside of your doors to add an additional layer of protection. The other feature of the film that we chose for your home has the added benefit of the reflectivity on the outside. And so while this is a tinted security film, and so it does help with your solar. It blocks 63% of the total solar energy coming into your home. It also helps to provide reflectivity on the outside. So you can look out, but it adds a layer of mirroring, so it makes it harder for people to look into your home.
Well, and that's a big part of this decision for me was that reflectivity, wanting that reflectivity for energy purposes. We're just reflecting a lot of that away, which is going to keep the home cooler, less stress on the cooling equipment, yep, and more comfort for us.
And lower energy bills. We all love that.
So now let's talk a little bit about the installation process, because that's something that's interesting to me. I've enjoyed kind of watching this start to happen. And so tell us a little bit about the installation process.
So we do a wet installation process. And what that means is we come in and we will clean the windows, typically using mild soap solution. We use Johnson's baby shampoo, which makes your home smell great too. But we come in and we clean the windows, make sure all the frames and everything are cleaned. Once we place the film on the window, it has an adhesive on there that is water activated. And then we push out the excess water. Now, with security film being as thick as it is, it makes it a little bit difficult to get all of the water out. And so you can get water bubbles. You can see haziness sometimes within the first few days after install. And then 2 days after install, it's terrifying. And you're looking at it going, what has happened here? Because it looks like a spotted leopard. So it can look kind of terrifying for a second. And so as it cures, security film can take up to 90 days to cure on the window for an 8 mil film. And so it is a process, but it's also during that time that it gets to the maximum strength on your window to provide you that maximum protection.
So that's an important part of the process. And I'm glad to know that there will be some weird stuff happen. But it's all going to end well. So now an important part of this to me is warranty. Tell us about your warranty.
Well, one of the great things about CoolVu is that our warranties are carried by CoolVu Corporate. In our industry with window films, we see a lot of fly-by-night companies, a lot of trunk slammers, if you will, where they do your job, slam the trunk, and they're gone. CoolVu, being a national brand, carries that warranty. So if any of the companies did happen to go out of business or something, heaven forbid, happened, they would be there to continue to back your warranty. And so it's just really great to know that you've got the backing of a national brand behind all of our products and films.
To me, a lifetime warranty that's pretty dang significant.
It is great. You go into the market with a lot of confidence, knowing that if a company is willing to put that kind of warranty out there, they believe in the products that we're selling.
Now, I want to jump back a little bit to the energy piece, because I'm an engineer and I like measuring stuff and I like stuff that makes things more efficient. So we talked a little bit about 63% of that energy is getting kicked back out so that it's not entering my home and heating things up. Now, another thing that I learned about this product is that it has an R value of 1. Okay, that may not sound very cool, but windows are our weak spot. They lose or gain heat or cold very readily, if you will. Most windows have an R value of 1, and some of the really new technology might get up to 2. But to add another layer of R value 1 is either doubling or at least 50% greater. It all helps. It's, again, one of those layer things. So Nissa, a question that I'm sure will come up, and it came up for me, is, okay, can I just buy the film and install it myself? I'm kind of a do-it-yourselfer kind of guy. Is that a possibility?
I love that you asked that, because I'm actually a very big do-it-yourselfer as well. This is one area that I wouldn't recommend it, and just because the installation is so important. There are security films that can be bought out on the market. We do get a lot of calls from people that say, hey, I'm going to do this myself. Or we get calls from people saying, hey, can you come fix this? I tried to do it by myself. It's just not as easy. There's specialized training that goes into security film installation, that it's just not something that I would personally recommend.
That's kind of where I landed with this is, okay, I could probably take an attempt at it, but to get it done right, you really need somebody that knows what they're doing, that does it all the time, can make it last. You probably can't even warranty it if you don't install it.
That's spot on. There's no one to carry that warranty if you do it yourself as well. So I think that's a great point to call out.
Nissa, tell us how people can get a hold of you or other CoolVu representatives and what you have to offer.
So CoolVu is a national brand in the United States, and you can access our webpage through coolvu.com, but you can also go on to the link that we'll have below and be able to click on that, and there will be a place where you can enter in your information so that we can come out and do a security consult in your home to help walk you through this really crazy, confusing conversation and bring an expert to the table to support you in it.
And we would encourage you to take a look at this. And so maybe you're not looking at a whole house project, but you're looking at just fixing a few spots. I think it's worth your time to take a look at this and see if this can help you increase your security. I want to thank you, Nissa, for making this a wonderful experience for us.
It's been a joy to be here and really appreciate this opportunity. I'm passionate about the CoolVu mission and passionate about what we do with security and to help improve. I love what you called out about being able to maximize the protection with the budget you have available. And that zone approach where you really focus on those entries and sidelines first, that can help you take a step. You don't have to do your whole home. And so I love that you called that out. But thank you so much for allowing me to be here with you and be able to talk with your audience. It's been a great experience for me as well.
So this has been an awesome discussion, and I want you to take a minute and think about what you're doing to increase the security of your home. As I mentioned before, one of our goals for this year, this was a significant, important goal, is to upgrade the security of our home and to create a fortress, a place of safety for our family. And so the question of the day today is, what steps are you taking to increase your security? Share with us. And thanks for being part of the solution.